Hey everyone, it's Mary back here with 30 Days of Inspiration. Today we're going to talk about excuse-free, living an excuse-free life. Do you think that you can do that? Like if you really think about it, how many times do you make up an excuse a day? You know, the phone rings, you don't want to pick it up. Oh, I'm at the doctor's office, or oh, I'm out running an errand, when really you just don't want to talk to the person, or you haven't done what you said that you were going to do. Each time we do things like that, it's almost like, as I've said before, that you're pinching yourself or you are knocking yourself down a notch. But what if you could live an excuse-free life? So let's talk about what that looks like. I just finished my morning routine, and this is a very important part of my day. And I know that especially during this time of year, it's January, a lot of people are setting fitness goals, weight goals, something around movement or getting more healthy this time of year. But this mat has become like my friend. Like, it's when I roll it out, I already get a good feeling. But it wasn't always that way. I don't like to exercise. I don't like to sweat. For my family and friends, I don't like to sweat. Like, it's just what I don't like it. But I like the feeling that I get from being on this mat. I like how that 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I like how that carries me, that feeling carries me through the day. So excuses set aside, I can say, oh, it's raining out. Oh, I have a pain in my ass. Oh, my knee hurts today. I got a pain in my neck. I can say that all day long, but in the end, when I think about the outcome that I'm looking for, the only way for me to get that outcome is to get on my mat. Now, I took a leadership development course, probably 10 or 15 years ago when I was living in Arizona. And one of the things that they said during this course was to erase the word of can't from your vocabulary, because it really isn't true. It's not that you can't do something. It's that you just don't want to do it. And instead of making up an excuse of, I can't do that, instead, why not try telling yourself the real truth of, I can do that, but I just choose not to. Then you get to observe the way that where your thoughts go of, seriously, I can't find 20 minutes out of the day to get on my mat, because honestly, that simply is not true. There are 20 minutes in the day if I will take the time to look at my calendar. So I maybe have to get up earlier if I have a jam-packed day. Maybe I'm going to do a different form of exercise for those 20 or 30 minutes. What is it that I can do? Because in reality, I am 100% responsible for my life. I know, it hurts, doesn't it? Doesn't it hurt when I say that? I am 100% responsible for my life. Okay, so wars set aside, sexual abuse, attack set aside. What I'm talking about referring to in responsibility, taking responsibility, is the beliefs that I end up telling myself about what I'm doing, about my life. I take 100% responsibility for those thoughts, those feelings, those behaviors, and how I'm going to take that and transfer it into my daily life. So one of my favorite books, I'm a big reader. One of my favorite books I pulled out this morning to get a little bit of inspiration is by Marie Forleo. I'll link it down in the comments or the description below. Her book is called Everything is Figure Outable. It's a great book, some great quotes in it. But there are some interesting things in here, and one of them is a quote. You know, I always love quotes because I think that they're a really good visual. The worst lies are the ones we tell ourselves. So I can tell somebody a little white lie of, oh, I can't do that because I'm going to have a doctor appointment. But in reality, what that's doing, as I said, it's chipping away at who I ultimately want to be. It chips away at who I am at my core. If I want to be a person of authenticity, a person that lives by my values, that has set my boundaries, then every time I go and pinch myself a little bit with saying things like that, then I'm just taking myself down a notch. That is not taking 100% responsibility for myself, because no is actually a full sentence. Saying no to somebody because you don't want to do something at that time, or it doesn't serve you, or it's just not the best use of your time right then, is a perfect sentence. So once you have your values and your boundaries set up, these things become easier for you to take 100% responsibility for your life. In whatever you want in life, it's important enough for you to, if whatever you want in life is important enough, you will find the time. And therein comes the thought of, what are you passionate about? And when are you going to start stepping into that? What is it that you dream about? When are you going to start forging that path to make that fruition come true? It's never about having the time. It's about making the time. So, okay, I have 20 minutes a day. I know that I have 20 minutes in a day to get here on my mat. However, I can fill that time with something else. That's up to me. That is 100%. I am 100% responsible for that. Understand, if you are powerful enough to create the life or situation you are in, you are powerful enough to uncreate it. Living excuse-free is not always easy. Getting to the place of stepping into our power, stepping into our greatness, stepping into that unique and wonderful, amazing human being that I know that each and every one of you are, can be scary. It can feel uncomfortable stepping into how amazing you are. But understand this: becoming, allowing that person that you were born into this life as, stepping into that person and claiming that space for yourself, not in an arrogant way, not in a narcissistic, ugly kind of way, but in a truthful, knowing, confident way of claiming your space on this planet, excuse-free, taking 100% responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your behaviors. That, my friend, is up to you. I'll see you again tomorrow for another 30 days of inspiration.